believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time.
We just heard the first few lines from Ren's song Do You Believe? But what we actually heard was a sample of Melanie Safka singing in her 1971 song of the same name.
Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. If our nighttime words mean goodbye, let our morning words be kind.
Melanie Safka, commonly known as Melanie, emerged as a prominent figure in the folk music scene during the late 1960s and early 1970s. Born on February 3, 1947, in Astoria, Queens, New York, Melanie began performing in Greenwich Village coffeehouses, where she honed her unique blend of folk, pop, and psychedelic influences. Her breakthrough came in 1969 with the release of her debut album, Born to Be. The album featured her hit single, Bobo's Party, which garnered attention and set the stage for her subsequent success. Melanie's career reached new heights with her performance at the Woodstock Music Festival in 1969, where she captivated the audience with her emotive voice and heartfelt songs. Here is a recording of that time she performed at Woodstock. Melanie was one of only 3 solo artists who performed there, with an overwhelmingly male lineup. The other 2 were Janis Joplin and Joan Baez. This was an unexpected solo performance. Melanie wasn't initially scheduled to perform at Woodstock. She was brought in as a last-minute replacement for the folk singer-songwriter, Graham Nash, who was unable to perform due to transportation issues. This impromptu opportunity launched her career and brought her widespread recognition. The performance at Woodstock was one of the highlights of Melanie's career. She captivated the audience with her distinctive voice, acoustic guitar playing, and heartfelt lyrics. One of the most memorable moments of Melanie's set was when she performed her hit song, Beautiful People. The song resonated with the spirit of unity and peace that characterized the Woodstock Festival. Melanie's voice stood out among the predominantly male lineup at Woodstock. Her soulful and emotive singing style left a lasting impression on both the audience and fellow musicians. Overall, Melanie's performance at Woodstock helped solidify her place in music history and remains a cherished memory for those who were fortunate enough to witness it firsthand.
I lose vision once in a while. We all get grounded at the start, but I still believe in magic. It comes from seeing with the heart. I do believe it. I do believe my eyes. I do believe it. Do you believe my eyes? I do believe. I do believe your eyes. I do. The magic's in our eyes.
In 1971, Melanie released Gather Me, the album that includes Do You Believe? This album marked a significant moment in her career, showcasing her growth as a songwriter and performer. Gather Me received critical acclaim and further established Melanie as a leading voice in the folk pop genre. Do You Believe is characterized by Melanie's distinctive voice and introspective lyrics. The song explores themes of faith, love, and self-discovery. It features acoustic guitar accompaniment, creating a gentle and melodic backdrop for Melanie's emotive vocals. Melanie's songwriting often delves into personal experiences and social commentary, and Do You Believe is no exception. The song's lyrics pose existential questions about belief and the nature of reality, inviting listeners to contemplate their own beliefs and values. Melanie's music, including Do You Believe, has left a lasting impact on folk and pop music, and her expressive voice and thoughtful songwriting continue to resonate with audiences.
Do you believe what I do? The light is in our eyes. I do believe your eyes. I do believe the light is in our eyes. I do believe. I do believe. I do believe. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
One of the songs that has sampled Melanie's Do You Believe is Back in the Game by Wu-Tang Clan. Melanie's haunting vocals intertwine with the rap verses, adding a layer of introspection and depth to the song's narrative.
Y'all see him in the street struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun up, he hustling. Vision, my nigga, now get in where you fit in. And see prison as just a high cost of living, the life. Ante up, cause if you blow that dice on that OZ, Dorothy ain't going home tonight. That's on everything. Put it on the kids and the white. Been burying my folk ever since they raised the price on the coke. Searching for a quick antidote. More money, more problems to cope.
Wu-Tang Clan are a pioneering hip-hop group from Staten Island, New York. The song is featured on their fifth studio album, Iron Flag, which was released in 2001. Back in the Game showcases the group's signature gritty lyricism and production style. The track features verses from several Wu-Tang Clan members, including RZA, Ghostface Killah, and Method Man, among others. Each member delivers sharp and intricate rhymes over a hard-hitting beat, creating a dynamic and energetic track.
Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
On rainy days I sit back and count ways on how to get rich. Coolin' with a mean, ill Jamaican bitch. Banana coat matching with the ratchet. Low black weed, sweatpants style. Air Forces acting, jumping to six kicks. Lil' Chris talking about the bird. Float through your hood in the mean tents, that's giant. It's like the family that flipped on you for lying. Buried you alive, left your whole crying. We on your floor, look, more dogs. They ain't either, I hope y'all niggas is on. And when we get there, all my niggas in the mix, yeah, Shalal legs. Diamond got me buying Louis Switch. Yo, those people say the clan was missing since I got dropped off a radio. Overnight your whole style was bitten in the process. Everybody switched their names like, what you call it, and he fast King James. It was the guards that rest that. Soft skin, dark skin bitches, Clarks and Dizzy left the game dizzy. Who got busy? That dancey shit slid through. We had to stay hood cause that's what we been through. RZA came through, mastermind, got the cash from power. Poop to power past the divine. Classical rhymes, mathematical rhymes. Styles unbearable, now niggas with the radical shine.
I think it's really interesting how many different samples Wu-Tang included in this song. I love how Ren also takes this approach. He writes his own material and produces most of his own beats, but he's not afraid to sample or retake a track from an artist that has inspired him. This tradition has been rooted in both hip-hop and electronic music for decades, and it's great to see Ren picking up the mantle.
You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
The production of Back in the Game incorporates a sample from EPMD, which provides the song with its distinctive musical backdrop. Additionally, the song includes dialogue from the martial arts film Shaolin and Wu-Tang, adding to its martial arts-inspired aesthetic. Furthermore, the track features vocals from Ronald Isley, sampled from his song Between the Sheets with the Isley Brothers. Isley's soulful voice adds a melodic and nostalgic dimension to the song, blending seamlessly with the rap verses and contributing to its overall richness. Back in the Game addresses themes such as resilience, perseverance, and the struggle for success in the music industry. The lyrics reflect the Wu-Tang Clan's ethos of overcoming adversity and rising to the top of the rap game. Overall, Back in the Game is a standout track from the Wu-Tang Clan's extensive discography, showcasing their lyrical prowess and innovative production techniques. It remains a fan favorite and a testament to the group's enduring influence on hip-hop music and culture. Was this version an inspiration for Ren? Is this what gave him the idea to take Melanie's vocals and add some rap-style verses in his own inimitable fashion? Perhaps we will never know for sure, but I know that I believe. Get it? Well, now we've delved into some of Ren's influences, shall we go back and listen to his interpretation of the track?
You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Dear future self, I hope you're in good health. I'm writing cause I'm frightened, I've been fighting with myself.
Dear future self, I hope you're in good health. How can those 9 words be so utterly fucking heart-wrenching and equally heartwarming at the same time? We know now, of course, just some of the physical pain and mental anguish that Ren has been through since then. We know that he is in much better health, and often seems to be flourishing, according to his gym pics anyway. Sexy, sexy boy. But also that this has been a huge struggle and effort to get here, and that there is still some way for Ren to go in achieving full health.
I'm writing cause I'm frightened, I've been fighting with myself. I wake up in the morning, rain is pouring, but I don't mean outside, I mean a storm is roaring in the corners deep in my mind. And I've been phoning my friends for advice to break the ice. How are you? Yeah, I'm nice. Actually, I'm fucking sore inside. I'm borderline suicide, but I'm really trying to try and shine in this dark, dark life of mine. The film Life of Brian, I watched it 50 times, because I'm always searching for the brighter side of life.
Haha, I absolutely love Monty Python, and that's a lovely little reference to the song Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. I'm sure you know the song, but did you know about its spontaneous creation? Eric Idle wrote the song in just a few minutes while on set during the filming of Life of Brian. He wanted to create a song that would be uplifting and optimistic, even in the face of adversity. The song is famously performed at the end of Life of Brian, during a scene where the main characters, who are being crucified, sing the song while hanging on crosses. This juxtaposition of dark subject matter with a cheerful tune adds to the song's ironic humor.
And maybe one day those thoughts will pay off, but till then, my future self, I'm feeling lost. Ha.
You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Dear future self, why am I unwell? Will I ever find a way to climb right out this hell? Will I ever find a way to leave my demons? Find the breath to keep me breathing, find the hope to keep believing, find a way out, huh? Cause something funny happens when you're always sick. When you wake up every day praying that they might be it. That you might turn a corner into life or into death. Cause you hate that state of limbo, cause you hate that state of stress. And many lessons I have learned being burned by the fires of depression as they scorch up my earth. I have learned that I'm stronger than I ever thought I was. Cause I'm still here and breathing, my heart's beating blood, but I'm a paradox. I feel so alone, yet I isolate myself. It's no one's fault but my own. Heart is broken cause of the friends that I've had who have died. Heart is broken cause I've been sick for a third of my life. Heart is broken cause we live on a planet that values money more than lives, and we're damaging that planet that we need to survive. My broken heart, it breaks every time I feel the brakes on my brain when it aches.
The 5 lines of this verse encapsulate Ren's struggles in the most extraordinary of ways. He talks about the friends that he has lost so young, the physical illness taking away such a large proportion of his life, his ponderings of the human condition and how we exploit each other and our planet for profit, and the overbearing weight of all this upon his mental health. Ren, who has faced the debilitating effects of Lyme disease, adds a layer of complexity to his lyrics as he navigates through physical and emotional pain. He candidly addresses his future self, expressing fears, uncertainties, and aspirations for improvement while grappling with the harsh realities of chronic illness. The daily struggle of waking up to inner turmoil is juxtaposed with the external storms, mirroring the dual battles he fights within and without. Ren seeks solace and guidance from friends, acknowledging the importance of their support in navigating the shadows of mental illness. Despite feeling lost and unwell, there's a resilient spirit that shines through, fueled by a determination to persevere despite the odds stacked against him.
In the breeze just batter faith, feeding my demons while they wait. Ask my angels why forsake, have faith. Take away this pain in my brain and bring the rain on my soul. Future self, could you pull me out this hole?
You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, that's the last thing on my mind.
Sitting where we do now in 2024, reflecting on all the work Ren put into his music over the years, often with very little recognition to show for it, and then how his career has finally exploded since Hi Ren, it is all making me feel a little fragile and almost travel sick. It is devastating to hear of the pain he has been through, his lyrics reflecting on the isolation and heartache that often accompany chronic illness and mental health struggles. Ren's experiences highlight the paradox of feeling alone while simultaneously seeking connection, a poignant reflection of the complexities of his journey. For me, Ren captures both the darkness and the light in this song, just like he does in Hi Ren. As he said in his monologue at the end of that song, it was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. Together, the lyrics and the sampled melody paint a powerful narrative of resilience, vulnerability, and the relentless pursuit of hope in the face of life's most formidable challenges. This is definitely in my top 5 Ren songs of all time. Take care, my lovely little couch potatoes.